BoB podcast is back.
Woo! Woo! All right, let's get it. I got a lot to talk about today. It's been a minute since I've had the podcast, but our season's back. The Dallas Cowboys and the Eagles play in, let's see what time it is, about an hour. And I know I said I was going to hate watch and support Jaden Blue during the game, but I just wanted to get this out the way and so I could watch it at Highline with my friends. And also, I got some terrible news that Jaden Blue is a healthy scratch tonight, so can't support and watch him tonight. So that was the main reason why I'm not watching it live. But yeah, like I said, I got a lot to talk about today. So let's get after it. Where do we start? I think we should start with the most recent thing that has happened in our league, and it was the quid battle, the bidding war, the quitting war. And I'm just gonna go over everything that happened and what I think about it. So the start, as we all know, Alex went out and got 75 quid from me, and then another 15 from Steven, and which gave him 190 quid, and he used 188 of it on JCM, Ja'Cory Krosky Merritt, aka Bill. And yeah, I mean, if you want to go out and get your guy, I guess that's how you do it. And he gave me Keon Coleman and Kendra Miller, and he gave Debo to Steven. Not sure how I feel about that, but like he said, Debo could be done at any time. And as we know, he's fat as shit. So, moving on to the next one. Oh, by the way, Mark also bid a lot for a JCM. It was 165, but wasn't enough. Honestly, this was really smart of Mark to go out and get 87 because it forced Alex to put at least 188. So, really smart move by Mark, honestly. Make him use all his quid that he just got. And next big player that was bid on was Ollie Gordon, 66 quid for him. The organization put 53, the Banana Stand put 48, Richmond put 25, You're the Man put 23, the Farm put 17. So, the Empire, big win right there, got 66. And it's really huge for his team, honestly, because as we know, he got A-Chan from Meg recently. And, yeah, I mean, as a division rival, I'm not happy with that move at all. How Steve got A-Chan. I wanted him to suffer all season long with running back issues. So, I think Steve's in a better spot, like way better spot than he was a month ago. Especially getting A-Chan's handcuff as well. And I think Ollie Gordon's going to be a good player. And I think a lot of us actually think that according to the bidding. So, props to Steve for that bid. Next big bid was the Straw Hats got Torrey Horton from Seattle, 60 quid on him. Mark had a lot to spend, as we know, because he had 187 quid. Organization put 16 on Torrey. Roast Piece put 13. Meg put 0. So, props to Straw Hats for that. Another big bid was Straw Hats got Dante Thornton Jr., who is actually about to be a starter now out of nowhere. He was a 4th round pick. The Raiders actually drafted a receiver in the 2nd round. And he's just been out playing him, and he's a starter. So, could be big for the Straw Hats. They need receiving help, obviously. As we know, they blew up their team. Let's see. The organization put 27, Banana Stand put 15, Roast Beast put 12, but wasn't enough. Next highest bid was AFC Richmond. They put 33 on Jackson Dart. And I did this because it just would be fun to have the franchise quarterback from my favorite team like forever. I'm never gonna trade him away. And yeah, I definitely didn't have to put 33. The next highest bid was $2 on him. But hey, I took the conditional off of the second with Brandon. And if Dart pans out like he should, I'll give a second up for that any day of the week. So hopefully that turns out good. And we're gonna be super flex one day. So like, it's good to have him. Next organization got Broncos D. Banana Stand actually bid the same amount, but according to the waiver order, it goes to the organization. And speaking of the waiver order, I feel like we need to like find a different way of doing the waiver order. Just like do reverse standings of last year, because I believe Brandon had last place in the waiver order. If correct me if I'm wrong, but I think he had last place, and it's like, why did he have last place? Why does it work like that? Um, but if it's random, I guess it's random. But like, I don't think it should be random. Next bid was You're the Man got Woody Marks, 16 quid. There was also 13 put on him for Roast Beast. And the Empire didn't have enough, but they also bid. Empire got Jerome Ford for 16. The Farm and Roast Beast bid on him as well, and so did Meg. Then Roast Beast got Keaton Mitchell for $2 for 2 quid. I wasn't happy about that. If I just did the dropping correctly, I would have got him because I put 15, but it is what it is. And otherwise, like not that many big players got claimed. So I'm not gonna go through the rest, but that was a big day for our league. It was very stressful. First day that the offer report comes out, it's very exciting because you see who everyone's had their eye on the whole time. Today, You're the Man added Isaiah Bond, who could be pretty good. Could be a steal for $1. I mean, Bond was looked at like a second or third round pick before his legal issues. So we'll see how he pans out. He's on the Browns, so like, just never a good situation for a young player, especially like what he's dealing with coming in. Another acquisition today, Richmond, Brock Purdy, 10 quid. And yes, I have 4 quarterbacks now, but just value wise, like I feel like I like had a spot to lose, like with my roster. Like it's Theo Johnson, and I have 3 tight ends that I'm just higher on. I feel like 3 tight ends is enough, especially when one of them is Brock Bowers. And I don't know how Purdy was available, honestly. So I'll take him. I mean, someone's gonna want him during the year, maybe. I know Mark only has one quarterback. And Steelers D got picked up today by the company. Um, Straw Hats got Devin Neal, Kyle Monagai. The Farm got Will Shipley, and Meg picked up Joshua Palmer. So that's it for the waiver reports. I'm gonna get into just like every team's how should I do this? You know what? I'll just do the matchups for this week and talk about each team's like what they've done in the draft and in the off season in general. So let's start with AFC Richmond versus the Banana Stand. So this offseason, Richmond went out and got Joe Burrow, Kamara, and they're both starting for them, which is huge for Richmond. And also on their side, new player wise, Olave, um, Kyle Williams, who he got in the draft, traded into the draft to get Kyle Williams and Jaden Blue. And then he got Keon Coleman with the quid thing the other day, and Kentre Miller, and Jackson Dart on the waivers. And that's pretty much all the new players. His starting lineup's Burrow, Derrick Henry, Kamara, Chase, Neighbors, Tyreek, Brock Bowers, and Slick Rick. And Vikings D and Boswell. Now for the banana stand, newcomers in his starting lineup, it's just Brees Hall, who he got from me during the draft, and then also new players on his team. Let's see. Oh yeah, he got Jalen Noel, who could pan out to be pretty good. I think he's gonna be wide receiver 3 for the Texans to start, and Mason Taylor he got as well. And that's it for new players for him. But his starting lineup is Justin Herbert, uh, Jonathan Taylor, Brees Hall, Amon Ra, Garrett, JSN, Trey McBride, Marvin Harrison Jr., and Patriots D and Chase McLaughlin. So, um, we know who I have in this game. It's first game of the year. I have a better record against my brother than he does against me, and I am not going to be homeless. Richmond's going to go out and start off the year very strong. Not sure if we lost a week 1 yet, so we start off the year strong every year. And I'm riding with Richmond here. Got to do it. Got to do it. Next game. The organization versus Roast Beast. So no newcomers in the organization. Oh, never mind. Huge newcomer in the organization starting lineup. I almost forgot because he's been on his team since like March now. That's when the trade occurred. Huge newcomer for the organization, Justin Jefferson. As we know, I spoke about it on the last podcast, so I'm not going to get too much into it. And we talk about it a lot in the chat, so we all know. He got Jefferson in the 3-way trade with the company. So, yeah, his team, very, very good. Very, very good. And I don't know if he has. Oh, yeah, another newcomer on his team is Jawan Jennings, who looks like he's going to be wide receiver 2 for the 49ers. So, honestly, really good trade on Mike's part for that. Because at the time, it looked like he would be like the third receiver still, and Ayuk was going to come back. But I think Ayuk's donezo there. I don't know what's going on with him. So, two-man receivers there are Slick Rick and Jawan Jennings. So, he made that trade during the draft. Good trade. Good trade. Um, Now, for Roast Beast, newcomer-wise, it's, let's see, Kenneth Walker. He got in the offseason, and he's in his starting lineup. He drafted Caleb Johnson, drafted Luther Burden, drafted Pat Bryant, drafted his guy Isaac Tesla, and got Keenan Mitchell during the quitting war. So he's had a pretty solid offseason, and I think Roast Beast is going to be better than they've been in a while. Oh yeah, he also has Jaden Daniels. He did not have Jaden Daniels last year either. He got Jaden Daniels from Alex, and Alex got Drake May in that trade. And Alex went through Jordan Love, Caleb, and Jaden Daniels. Now he has Drake May. I think he likes white quarterback or something. He finally got his guy. Hey, you gotta do what you gotta do. So organizations starting lineup is Kyler, Bijan, Gibbs, Jefferson, CD, Mike Evans, T.J. Hawkinson, James Conner, Broncos D, who we just acquired in the quitting war, and Jake Bates. And Roast Beast starting lineup is Jada Daniels, Kyron Williams, Kenneth Walker, Terry, George Pickens, Calvin Ridley, George Kittle, and OBF, aka Austin Eckler. And which is actually interesting because Chris is known for the 2 tight end set. His other tight end's Laporta. Everyone thought he was going to roll out Kittle and Laporta, but he's going with OBF, Eckler, flex this week, it seems. And he has Niners D and Cameron Dicker. I'm rolling with the organization here for sure. And I mean, I hope it's a good game. It should be a good game. I think it's going to be a better game than the projection is laying out. But I think organization definitely pulls this one away. So next up, we have the Gardell matchup. Let's see. So the farm in this offseason has acquired Isaiah Pacheco, who he got in the draft. He traded his I think it was the ninth or 10th pick in the draft to get Pacheco. The league was very shocked by it. Personally, I would have held still and took Tyler Warren. Like Tyler Warren was right there for him, but he felt like he needed another running back, which I do think he did need a running back. So if he's confident in Tucker Craft, he's confident in Tucker Craft, and he has Kyle Pitts still. So um, he also got Dylan Sampson, Matthew Golden. He got in the draft, picked him pretty early. Should be nice for him. I'm sure he'll be starting at flex at some point. Who else did he get? And he traded for likely during the draft. I think that was part of the Jawan Jennings trade with the organization. And Will Shipley he got in the quitting yesterday. And his starting lineup is Jalen Hurts, CMC, James Cook, Arthur Juan Brown, Tet McMillan. I don't know why I skipped over Tet, but yes, he drafted Tet. I think it was third overall pick in the draft. Big acquisition for him. Zay Flowers, Tucker Craft, Pacheco, Texans D, and Evan McPherson. And then the company had a huge offseason. He really needed running back help last year. He was running with like ETN and Damian Pierce. Now he has Saquon Barkley and Ashton Genty. And newcomers, other than Barkley and Genty, he has Trey Harris and damn, I think that's it. All right, so his starting lineup looks a lot better than it did last year. Josh Allen, Saquon, Genty, Nico Collins, T. Higgins, Jamison Williams, Dalton Kincaid, Chase Brown, Bills defense, and Jake Elliott. Like the projection says, this is going to be really close. Um, oh damn, I'm looking at my phone right now. Christian McCaffrey added to injury report. Starting off the year, classic McCaffrey, man. Um, Jack, you better go get B Rob from Dom like ASAP. If Dom has B Rob on the Niners, that could be huge. I don't know, like how do you just get hurt before the season, like back to back years, bro? That's terrible. That's why I didn't draft, bro, in any league. So the farm may be without McCaffrey week one. I don't know how significant it is. I can't really look at my messages right now, but I'm taking the company in this one with their revamped team. They're looking very good. Their starting lineup, and I think all season long they're gonna look pretty dangerous with their starting lineup. Let's see. Oh, oh! I just ate pizza, and oh my god, it all almost just came up. All right. Next game we got the Salat Bowl, the Empire versus You're the Man. Um, no new rookies in the You're the Man starting lineup. But in the offseason, they did acquire Scatabo, Tyrone Tracy, Um, Alec Manor got him in the draft, pretty sure. Got Willie Marks and Isaiah Bond also in the quitting. So he's got a few newcomers on his squad. Starting lineup looks pretty similar to what it was last year. Um, he's got Lamar, Bucky, Aaron Jones, BTJ, Devontae, Sutton, Andrews, and Devontae Smith in his starting lineup right now. Still doesn't have a defense. Um, he's got to pick one up before Sunday. I know he's tried to today, and someone else in the bidding got it over him. And his kicker is a Fairburn. And then the Empire now in their starting lineup has Achan and Cooper Cup and Tyler Warren as newcomers. He got Warren with the 10th pick in the draft or ninth pick. I can't remember which one it was right now. In the trade with Jack, like I said before, and gave up Pacheco. And he's also gotten rid of Jacobs this offseason. So getting rid of Pacheco and Jacobs, his backfield is looking rough, but came up really clutch with that trade with Alex, I think. And got Achan, which I think will be huge for him. And which was, yeah, it was huge for him because at that point, I think Nick Chubb was starting for him in the Big 25, which is dude, come on. And any other newcomers? Oh, yeah, he got J.K. Dobbins from Alex as well. In a trade where he gave up Debo, but he got Debo back, so it was basically 15 quid for J.K. Dobbins and Debo. Then there's Ollie Gordon, like I said, who he got in the quitting for 66. And Jerome Ford is there as well, which could be nice for him in the beginning of the year. Or who knows when Judkins is going to come along and come back. So, Steve, the Empire. By the way, that's a rebrand name. I love it. Patrick Mahomes, Hubbard, Achan, Judy, Worthy, Cooper Cup, Kelsey, Tyler Warren, and Ravens D and Bass is his starting lineup. And this is going to be a really good game. Um, I think I'm going to go with You're the Man in this game. Um, like I said, it's going to be close, but I think the matchups are better for You're the Man this week, just looking at them. And I think they're a little better. So we'll see what happens. By the way, Steve is running the 2 tight end set this week. Shout out Chris Malati for teaching us that. Um, Next up, last matchup of the week. I'm gagging again. God damn. I think I'm talking too much right after dinner. And I'm out of breath and gagging at the same time. So, bear with me. Alright. Megan Thee Stallion. Newcomers. He's got a bunch of them. Yeah, a lot of picks this year. And he traded away his quarterback. So, newcomers, Drake May, Omarion Hampton, who he drafted with the 2nd pick. Travis Hunter, who he drafted with the 3rd or 4th. Loveland as well. So he had a pretty big draft. Because then he also drafted Harvey, Cam Ward, Judkins. Oh, no, he didn't draft Judkins. He actually traded for him. And then, like I said, he also has JCM, who he got in the quitting for 188. So he's got a lot of young players on his team. And he got Hollywood Brown and Josh Palmer into quitting. And yeah, that's it for newcomers for him. His starting lineup this week is looking like Drake May, Jacobs, Omarion Hampton, Puka, Ladd, Travis Hunter, Loveland, DK. and Cardinals D and Butker. And pretty solid lineup. I mean, we've seen a full rebuild now. And oh yeah, DK is also a newcomer for him as well. I forgot to mention that. He got him from Steven this offseason in the trade where Steven got HN. And yeah, man, we've seen a full rebuild. And Alex's team's gonna compete this year. They are. And that's gonna be the first time they're competing like ever because they were buns for what, the first year and then he went into a full rebuild? I think that's what it was. So hey man, we'll see what happens. And next up, the team that's in a big rebuild right now, who's not even projected 100 points. Ugh. We're in a 10-man league, bro. How is that even possible? All right, so he's projected 98, actually, and he doesn't have a defense in. He dropped the Eagles D today. So he'll be projected just over 100, but still, bro. I know you're in a rebuild, but that's so down bad. Jesus Christ. Well, good luck with the rebuild, Mark. Honestly, so far he's gotten off to a pretty solid start, though. Let's go through it real quick. He's got a Henderson, Igbuka, Jaden Higgins, Arroyo. Then he got Horton and Thornton in the bidding, and Jalen Lane, Devin Neal, and the Mana guy. So, like, he got a lot of rookies. And I guess they're just like dart throws. Like, he's going to keep whoever hits. Oh, yeah, he got Bashal Tutin as well. I don't know if I said him. So, lots of rookies from Mark. And so his starting lineup is Michael Penix Jr., Henderson, Tutin, London, Igbuka, Dobbs, Brenton Strange, Mims Jr. No defense just yet. He's probably picking one up tomorrow. And then Brandon Aubrey. So this, unfortunately, is a very easy pick. If Alex loses this game, Meg the Stallion's just going to be trash forever, probably. And he's just not meant to be a good team in this league. But Meg should definitely pick up this win. So that's it for all the week 1 matchups. Now I'm also going to predict who's going to be homeless. So it has to be one of the losers that I said. I think Chris Malazzi is going to get hit with his own narrative, as he should, and be the homeless one, which will be absolutely hilarious. I hope it's him because I think it would be funniest if he was the homeless person. I think I could just see him with like a bag over his shoulder, just like traveling from like house to house. It would be so funny. Yeah. So, Kamish, always gives like a question that's like not fantasy related. To me when I do this podcast, but he didn't yet. Probably because he doesn't know that I want to continue that, but I will just because it's fun to talk about something else. So, let's talk. Best TV show of the decade that you definitely should watch. Everybody watch Severance. It was different. Absolutely an incredible show. If you don't watch, you're completely missing out. It's filmed actually at Bellworks in Homedale, which makes it even cooler. But that show is absolutely mind blowing, very thought provoking, makes you think at all times what the hell is going on. And yeah, that's my show of the decade. It took full control of my life when I was watching it. Like, just binge watched it. I think I even took off work a day to watch. Just incredible show. Shout out Ben Wyatt. And another thing that is not fantasy related but football related that I will talk about, as he gave me all the time last year, a Giants segment. This is the most excited that I've been for a Giants season in a really long time. I just really hope that I'm not let down. We're gonna have like a top 3 D line in football. We have Mr. Unlimited, aka Russell Wilson, at the helm running quarterback. It's just a different energy right now. And I don't know. I hope Dayball could lead us and get it done. Got neighbors, of course, again. Our line is improved. We have Evan, Manny the Mammoth, Evan Neal at guard now. He's probably not starting, but I'm going to gas him up till he does start. Andrew Thomas, I don't know if he's going to play this week. I hope he does. We really need him to play. Other than that, we have improved the line, though. I know we drafted a tackle. That's pretty good. And I just hope that we could be nice. Uh, Mark's talking in the chat about Jaden Blue right now about him being a healthy scratch. Like, yes, bro. I know he's a healthy scratch, but he did hurt his ankle. He probably didn't practice like as much as they wanted him to this week. Just put the vets in. Don't rush it. Don't rush it. You see what happened with other running backs when they rush him back. Jonathan Brooks, we saw what happened to him. Don't rush the star running back. There's no reason to do it. Just put in the vets. He'll be back soon. You know what I'm saying? Also, it's good for me because I could put him on the IR now and make a claim tomorrow. You know? It's all good. It's all good. Anyways, back to our league. I don't have much more to talk about just because this is all off the dome. And also, the game's about to start soon. But I guess the only thing I have to talk about now is my predictions for this season. So let's talk about standings for each division. Let's start off with the Little Bros first. So I think the most obvious thing is that the Straw Hats are not making the playoffs this year. They know that they disbanded their championship team to not make the playoffs this year to get good picks and rebuild. Never seen that before, but I don't know. Don't even know what to say, but we'll be here for when he does rebuild. And in the end, we'll see if it's all worth it. I'm sure if he rebuilds and wins a championship with like what he's rebuilt eventually, let's just say he wins like a championship in like 2030 or something like that. I'm sure that championship will hit way harder than the one that he won last year, where he just traded for a bunch of players he didn't really have that much of a connection with. Like he's gonna grow a connection with all these players that he's drafting and stuff like that. So I'm sure it'll hit way harder. So I get it. Let's see what happens. And then I have the Farm not making the playoffs either. The Farm has a pretty solid starting lineup, but I don't think you're going to be okay depth wise. But in the past, we've seen the Farm make it to the playoffs and not have like any injuries at all. But like McCaffrey getting put on injury report just now is not a good sign for his season. So that leaves the organization, the banana stand, and you're the man making the playoffs for the Little Bros. Because now we're doing 3-3. So I have Mike getting the bye out of the three, and it's gonna be the banana stand versus you're the man. And I mean, at this point, this could go any way. Uh, I'm gonna rock with my brother in that matchup just cause. And then I'm gonna rock with my brother. Actually, I don't know if I'm gonna rock with him against the organization. This is tough. I'm gonna say the organization beats my brother in the semis and goes to the championship. And then the Big Bros division, I think this could be the most competitive our division has been, like since we started the league. Because I think Meg the Stallion is better than they've ever been, and Roast Beast is finally going to be good too. I think. Company has a really good starting lineup, but if people get hurt, I think he's pretty screwed. His bench is pretty bummed still. Then you got the Empire, who I actually was like thinking that was going to be the worst in our division this year, but with the Achan acquisition and also Ollie Gordon and just filling out like his backfield otherwise too, like with Dobbins, I think, and he got Debo back as well. So I think he just got better in the past month with his depth, like a lot. And I think that could carry him through the season. And I don't think he's going to be in last anymore in our division. I still think it's going to be Roast Beast, who like I said is going to be better. So, however, I do have Meg the Stallion making the playoffs for the first time, and I have AFC Richmond in the company making it as well. I have Richmond getting the bye, and then I have Meg versus the company in the semis. Sorry, in the first round of the playoffs. And honestly, I think Meg wins. I think their team is going to be really good at this point in the year. Like O'Marion Hampton, Hunter, and Loveland, like his rookies, I think are going to be in a really good flow at this point. And I think they're going to be like really good players. And I think Alex is going to end up winning that matchup. Norm also does not have a good history in the playoffs. I know Alex doesn't have any at all, but I gotta edge this out. Alex winning, and then it'll be me versus Alex in the semis. And I'm going with history here. All time, I am 7-1 against Alex, I believe. So I'm picking myself over Alex. And then I have me versus the organization in the championship. And honestly, like, we all know who I'm picking here. I'm not gonna go against myself, but like at this point in the season, Mike's team is gonna be like insanely scary. Like Gibbs, Bijan, Jefferson, CD. I'm gonna be if this is the championship, I'm gonna lose sleep. I'm gonna lose sleep. But that's how I have the year turning out. And yeah, so guys, we are 3 minutes away from kickoff, which means our season is about to kick off and start. We've been waiting for this all year long, and we're finally here. And I can't wait for another season. And sorry if I sounded out of breath this entire podcast. I really don't know what it is. I think it's because I had 3 slices of pizza before this, and I'm just like suffering over here, talking so much right after I ate, and I'm gagging. But I hope you guys enjoyed this podcast episode. Um, Go Richmond, Richmond till we die, and go Giants as well. And I wish you all the worst of luck this week, and I wish you the worst of luck this entire season. All right. Uh, GM of Richmond out. Hope you guys enjoyed the pod. Peace.